Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have discussed about that modules, right? I hope you get some of the idea how to work with these modules. Now with this experience, I want to create one of the mini project as a calculator project. Like from here, if you want to add two of this number value, if you want to subtract multiple division, okay, how can actually working with this? In this video, we'll create it. And also I want to add that input field from to the command line. Like that is our total command line when you run it as in node and then the index.js, right? And from to this position, if you pass on the value like as a 10 and then add and then 20, okay, after that automatically from to the command line it will be get that value. Okay, how can do that work? I show you. For doing this right now, I clean that our index and better in our node.js folder. Here I want to create another new folder and I just name this folder as a calculator. Okay, so that is a calculator. So I create one of the folder as a calculator, and into this folder area now I want to create 4 of this file, that is 4 of this module file. I want to create one of the new file. I want to create it and I just name it as a add.js, and also I want to create another one as a new file and I just name it as a division, okay, or division.js. I want to create another one for the substring, that is a substring as a sub.js. And then for the multiple, I want to create another file and I just name it as a multiple. Okay, that is a multiple.js. Great. So here I created 4 of this file as a add, division, multiple, and then subtract. Great. And now into this add area, before I have already created one of the functions. So you can see that is a functions. Right now we don't need this file. I close it and now I paste it. So that is our function, right? If you want to use that as a function array, then what exactly you have to do? The same things you can do very easy way. That is a constant, and then that will be add, and then that is our 2 of this value as a and then b. I hope you already remembered that part is very easy. Now that is our same condition, right? That is a plus b. Okay, a plus b. So that is the same things. Right now you can actually write down like that way, rather than you can also call that as a function. Okay, whatever the things you choose, you can actually choose is better. I want to do right now and to use it. Okay, I want to use it, but I copy or cut it and I paste it. So that will be for the add, and then for the division, I want to do and to add the division. Our value will be as a divided, so that will be as a divided by b. And then I want to paste it for the substring. So the substring, that will be as a minus, and then for the multiple, that will be as a into, right? That is a multiple. Great. Now I want to do one by one to update. So that is for our add, and from to the add I want to do and to export it, right? If you want to export, what exactly you have to do? That will be the modules and then the exports, and then that will be our add, right? I simply from here I export it. And for the division, I name that as a div. Okay, I name it as a div, and also from here we have to export it. So if you want to export, that will be the modules and then the exports, and then I want to name it as a div. Okay, so from here I simply pass it. And then the subtract, for the subtract I name it as a sub. Okay, I name it as a sub, and also here we have to export it. That will be as a module. Okay, module exports, and then I name it as a sub. Sub will be export. Great. And then another one is a multiple. I want to make it as a multiple. Okay, mul, whatever the name actually choose. And now I want to do and export it. So that will be as a module and export, and then I name it as a multiple. Okay, I simply added that multiple. Great. Okay, I hope friend you already know about it. Now click as a save all, which is totally fine. Okay, so that is all that our function. Now we have to input it, right? We have to input in our index. So here if you want to input it, what exactly you have to do? I take one of the constant variable. I'll just name it as a add. Okay, for the add, then that will be our required keyword, right? So that will be a required. So that is a required keyword, and here we have to get that our specific file location. So right now our file is in a calculator folder, right? And into this calculator folder, our file name as a add. You can see it's also suggested as a add. Great. And also I want to do the same things. Better I copy it and then I paste it, because there are the 4 file. One is the sub. Okay, I want to get that sub, and in our calculator that will be another one as a sub, right? So I make it as a sub. Great. And also there is another one as a multiple. Okay, multiple, I take it and required calculator as a multiple. Okay, I name that as a, that is a multiple, and then the division, so that will be as a division, and also I name it as a division. Great. So from here I export all that file, and now I import it. So now if you want to display into the console what exactly you have to do, then that will be into the console, and in the console log area here, if you pass any add value like as a add, okay, into this add area I'm going to pass 2 of this value, like I just make it as a 3, and then I want to make it as a 6. Okay, now that should be print what? That should be print as a 9 for the add, because if you go to our add, here I have already added that A will be plus B, right? Now that should be display as a 9. Click as a save all, and now if you run it in our terminal, like I just simply run as a node index.js, now click as a enter. Now you can see it's now successfully display our result as a 9. So here, as I told you, I want to get this value from our this terminal. Like I want to do that will be as a node and index, okay, index.js, and then if you make it as a 10 add, okay, 10 add, and then 20. So I want to get this data from to this terminal. That is value I want to get, and there is a add also. I want to that is will be our add, and then that will be our another value. Okay, so if you want to get this data from to the terminal, then first of all we have to get our first data, that means this data. Okay, so that is one of the array, it's returning one of the array, and array is started by the 0. Just simply understand, friend, it's very easy. Just simply understand that is one of the array data, and into this array data or first array data as a 0, right? So that is our 0 index, and that is our 1 index, and that is our 2 index, right? So now first of all I want to get it. So if you want to get it right now, we don't need this. I simply put some of the note for you. Okay, I put some of the note for you, and now I want to add take on the constant variable. Okay, that is on the constant variable, and for the name, first name, I name it as A. Okay, there is a variable, and now into this area here, first of all, that will be if you want to get that terminal data, then you have to run as a process, and then the argv. Okay, so now with this argv, you will able to get our this terminal data. So now there is a process data, and here I want to get our which one? I want to get that our second, that means that will be our 0 index, the first index, and that will be the second index, right? So now what to I want to get that our second index data. Okay, and now it's actually returning one of the string value. So now we have to convert it. We have to convert it to the integer. Okay, right now that is one of the string value. I want to convert it to the integers. If you want to convert it, then we have to make it as a parse in, right? Parse, and there is parse in it. So now that will be converted our this string value to the integer. Okay, so now that will be integer. Great. So here I simply get it our first, that is our first index, and then I want to get our this changes, right? What are the change that might be add, that might be division, that might be multiple. So that will be our change. So now I want to take this part, click as a, better I copy it, and then I paste it. Okay, right now I want to do like I name it another one. I name it as another variable as a choice. Okay, choice, and for the choice I want to only want to get our this index. So that is will be what? 0 index, or that is 1 index, the 2 index, and then that will be as a 3 index, right? I want to get the 3 index here. Right now we don't need to convert it to the integer, so I make it as a 3 index. Okay, so now with this progressive, there is a progress argv. With this we'll get our specific terminal data. I get the 3 index. Okay, great. And also I want to take another one, that is our last one, right? So there is also another value here. It will be return one of the string. So for the reasons here we have to convert it to the integer with the parts in it, and I make it as a name as a b. Okay, I name it as a b, and now that will be which index? That will be as a 0, 1, 2, 3, and then the 4, right? That will be the 4 index. Great. I simply get all the data in here. Okay, friend, I hope every part is very much clear to you. Now I want to print it. Okay, if you want to print with the console, okay, the console log, and into this console log area I want to print that A, and then that will be our another variable I created as a choice. Okay, this choice, so that is our choice variable, and then that will be as a B. Okay, I simply loaded everything. Now let's check this out. Okay, now everything will be more clear. Now I just click as a save all, and now right now I want to do that is our index, that is a node index.js. I want to add this, that is our 10 add 20. That means it should be written what? It should be written our value. Our value I make it as a 10 and then 20. That means that will be written as a 30. Now click as a enter. Now you can see it's now display as a 10 add 20. Okay, so now that is our add. So what exactly that add? So here also we have to add another condition for make these things done. Like I want to add another if condition. Okay, and into this if condition area here I want to do that is when our choice. Okay, when our choice will be equal add. Okay, then I here, because here I'm actually using as a add. So right now you can see it's not getting any add. So into this area we have to now add all that our condition. That means that is the condition now we have to apply. Okay, when that will be as a add, then our this condition will be applied. When that will be as a sub, then I want to add that another condition. Everything will be very clear. Like that is our choice. That means when our choice means what? Choice means our this part, right? When our choice will be as a add, then I want to do here, I want to with this console log. Okay, that means the same things here, that will be the same. Better I copy it and then I paste it. Okay, that will be the console log area, our add method, and into this add method area here I want to do and to pass our both of these value. Like that is our value, right? I want to do and to add that as a because this data will be counts, that is this value will be counts from our terminal, right? So I take it as a and I take it this another one as a B. Okay, so now I simply add it. I hope friend it's very much clear. And also I want to use the same things for our rest of this, as I make it as a else. Okay, else I make it as else if. Okay, so I just simply added that else if, that will be the same. Here I want to do the same condition. That means when our choice, okay, when our choice will be equal sub, so that when that will be the sub, then our console log will be print another one. I paste it, so then that will be print as a sub, right? So I want to do and to use it as a sub, and our value will be same. Whatever the value will be passed from here, then that will be calculated. And also I want to copy it and paste it and then paste it and then paste it. So now there is our another one as a sub, and then the multiple. Okay, that will be as a multiple, and here that will be as a division. And for the multiple, I want to do and to multiple it with the multiple. I copy it, so that will be as a multiple both of this number. And then also there is another one as a division. I want to do and to make it as a division. Okay, that will be division number. And else if another one, okay, else then that will be and display some of the into the console log, into the console log area, that will be display as invalid. Okay, invalid choice. And then that will be display as an invalid choice. Okay friend, I hope every part is very clear right now. Now if you click as a save all, now I want to do and to run this part. Okay, that means I want to run that as a here I want to run that in our terminal. Into the terminal I run as a node index.js, and I want to pass that value. I pass that a value as a 30. Okay, 30 add. Okay, 30 add, and then I want to pass that as a 20. Okay, I pass that as a 20. So now that should be executed because that is our add. So now I just simply put that condition when our choice will be equal add, then that will be run our console log area, our method name as a add. Okay, and that is our two of this value, and that means that is a 30 value and then there's a 20 value. I have already get both of these value with here, right, with the progress and then arvz. Here we get that our second index and then fourth index data. So now that should be executed. That means there's a 3, 30 and then 20 is a 50. Now click as a enter. Oh sorry, why this is happening. Click as a save all, and now here I click as a enter. Now you can see it's now successfully calculated both of these data, and now it's display as a 50. Okay, if you want to minus it, that means I click as the up button. I want to change it right now as a sub. Okay, I make it as a sub. I want to sub it 30 to 10. Okay, now click as a enter. Now you can see it's now successfully remove, that means minus out both of these data, and now that is display as a 20. Great. And if you want to make it as a multiple, okay, multiple, I want to make it as a multiple with the 2. Now click as a enter. Now it's successfully display as a 60. Okay, I hope every part is very much clear to you. And also there is another one as a division. Okay, I want to do, there is a same node, I want to multiple, and there is a, that will be division, right? I make it as a division, and a division with the 2. Now click as a enter as a 15. And if they have any invalid, that means another choice, then that will be displayed as a invalid choice, right? I want to display it like I just make it as a, some of the things as a 20, 23, and then another text, and then I want to pass another value. Now click as a enter. Now you can see it's now displayed as a invalid choice. Great. How much easily we complete this part. I hope every part is very much clear to you. Okay, so here we successfully complete one of the exercise with using that module, how to deal with the module. I hope now that should be very clear to you. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.